Everybody, indeed, what is good? Welcome into Drive the Line. My name is Alan Bell. Got a great show lined up for you today. Gonna have a little fun. We're gonna go live, talk a little college basketball and some Major League Baseball, and get ready for the books to drop college baseball for us. But as always, just good to see you guys. How you doing? Hope your weekend is going well so far. Says the best. Look, Duke might be unbeatable. That team is good. Look, good thing that we put in that Duke future to win it all when we did, man. That is it's gonna be solid, man. Pat says it. Look, Flag, he is the real deal, man. Like, it seems like an awesome dude. Like his family is funny. I love when they cut to him. Like the mom, she is hype. She is loving it, man. Absolutely loving it, man. It's gonna be a good day indeed. So, all right, let's jump into it. Before we look forward, always we have to look back. Pull this up here. Solid day, 4-2 with a push. Florida money line, Duke money line. That comes through. Florida again. The massive comeback. This one was bigger than the one against UConn. But you know what? That's what good teams do, man. Yeah, Florida, Duke got that one. Glad we got that one in early. Brewers, Yankees. My God. All right, look. Let me put myself on screen here real quick. Yeah. So how did the weather work in that one yesterday? Oh my God, man. The Yankees had 7 home runs in the third. It was the third inning, and Aaron Judge already had 2 bombs. I don't know if we're ever gonna have something like that again, but my God, which is weird because the weather today in New York, it's the complete opposite. Now the wind isn't blowing as hard, but it's coming straight in. So it's like, we're not gonna go ahead and play that one. But my God, man, I mean that one played out so well for us. That was crazy. Oregon State, Nebraska, another one we talked about. Weather was nice. Oregon State, I think there were 21 runs scored in that game. So we get that one. Get UCF Cincinnati over 12.5. Gardens Royals, they got to 7. Didn't get that one. Miami, North Carolina, game stunk. And then TCU Houston. Thank God TCU. We get a push on that one. We had the over 12. And TCU won 12-0. So we'll take the push there, man. So 4-2. Good day. We'll take it. The Discord. Look, I'm just going to pause, take a drink, let you scan the QR code. If you haven't joined yet, I don't know what you're doing. It's free. Dude, the crew, ask them. They're phenomenal bettors, man. Like, they'll have you all set up, taken care of. Plus, it's cool. You come in and chat, come in and chill. It's awesome. And big shout out to Zach Phelps, man, setting that up. And big shout out to the crew because, it's them that drive this thing, man. It's awesome. Check it out. I'm telling you, it's absolutely worth it, especially at free. I mean, you can't beat that at all. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the picks here. We don't need any graphics, video transitions, fanfare. We'll jump right in. Okay, so Tennessee plus 4.5. Look, Zeke. Oh, my boy. Hey, look out, worked over the chat. Zeke, good to see you, buddy. Okay, so Tennessee plus 4.5. We put this one in yesterday, and glad that we did because if you were on that side, buddy, that 4.5 is gone. It's gone. It might even be 1.5 by the time first tip. So we're gonna go Tennessee. If you could put that in, we got 4.5. But we're going Auburn money line. We're going Houston money line. And yeah, man, look, you got a total. We'll talk about it in a second. We'll just wait. We'll talk about it in a second. But those two teams got those in plus 115. And if you didn't get this in yesterday, you actually might get a better price because Houston's price has dropped. So if you didn't get it in, Auburn money line, Houston money line. Yeah, there you go. Sunday Puncher 2009 says, is it me or the college baseball overs covering at a high clip this weekend? Yep, they are. And we'll talk about that. I'll answer your question in a second, but you're absolutely correct. Quite frankly, it's kind of been going all year. We'll talk about that and why. We're going to go with the Phillies Nationals today, Major League Baseball over 8.5. Let me say this on any of these games. If you could take the total from 8.5 to 8 for a price that's minus 125 or better, do it. 8 is so much better than 8.5. Now I'm playing all these at 8.5. I don't mind them, but if you can get them at 8, I'm just saying, do your work. So Phillies Nationals over 8.5. Twins Cardinals over 8.5. And then look, I'm going to go back to the Orioles and Blue Jays because my God, I mean they're just hitting over and over and over and over. For sure. Oh, and look, I was going to bring this up. PSA that weird things happen in Major League Baseball on Sundays. Go ahead and frame this. comment right here because it's absolutely true. Sundays are usually the end of series between two teams, and yep, weird things do happen. Absolutely happen for sure. And we'll talk more about that as the season goes, but that is an important one to take right there. Let's see. Cody, maybe do we sprinkle balls money line or what? Buddy. Look, let's just go ahead and get into it because I want to talk about it. All right, those are our picks right there. Let me pull myself back up here on screen and let's pull up the odds right now. So these times are central. So I know Eastern is our default, but if you're look at Tennessee Houston today, 2:20 p.m. Eastern, 1:20 p.m. Central. Houston 2.5 point favorite. Total that's gone from 121.5 up to 124.5. You've seen money line prices there. All right, and then we got after that game, we've got Michigan State and Auburn. Auburn a 4.5 point favorite. Total of 147.5. And you see the money lines there. Okay, so pull that question back up. Well, boy, Cody, do we sprinkle Vols money line, or am I just being a Vols fan? Sprinkle. Tennessee can beat Houston. Let me say this. I'm not saying that it's going to happen. Houston, we've talked about it all year. Houston's been a DTL favorite. Love Houston. Love everything that they do. These are two teams that absolutely mirror each other. They do the exact same things. Now, look, Houston is a 1 seed for a reason, okay? I don't want any of this to be taken as Houston negativity, okay? But when you have a game where a total at its ceiling is 124.5, okay, first off, obviously, what is that? 63, 62 to get the over, right? Like, first off, just that alone, I think it's going to be a pretty tight game. Number two, everything that Houston does, Tennessee does. Everything that Tennessee does, Houston does. They're two exact same teams. They go about their business the exact same way. They choke you out in first halves, right? Look what Tennessee did against Kentucky. Like that's Tennessee's game plan, which is exactly what Houston's game plan is. Okay. So, yeah, Tennessee could beat Houston. And let me just go ahead and say this. All right. Who are the teams that are left in the Elite Eight? Right? Like, look, go back to yesterday. Tennessee's beaten Florida. Tennessee's beaten Auburn. Tennessee's beaten Alabama. Like, Tennessee's not a scrub. You know what I mean? In fact, this season, if you remember, Tennessee was the last undefeated team. Like, they were ranked number 1 in, 19-0? Like, this team's been here all year long. But again, I say that as, look, the problem with Tennessee, and it's been this way for a while, and it's probably the same as most other, pretty decent, good teams, is that, it only takes one bad game, one bad half, and you're done, right? And Houston is absolutely that team. Like, you cannot screw up. If you do, you are dead. Houston is lethal with that, right? So, again, I don't want any of this to be anything negative towards Houston. Look, I played Houston money line in a parlay. Like, there's a reason for it, right? But to answer your question, and look, I'm answering it as someone who, like, I am giving you zero emotions. I bet Kentucky against Tennessee, right? Tennessee can absolutely win this game. Like, no question. Now, again, I'm not saying they do. I'm saying they can, right? It's gonna be a hell of a game, man. Tennessee's gonna have to bring everything they have. Like, the Houston's that good. And anybody that's betting Houston, I am too. Like, I talk about the money line, right? But sorry, but I wanted to answer your question of someone who I've watched every second of every Tennessee game this year. I know this team pretty damn well. And them and Houston are the exact same team. Like, philosophy, like what they want to do and what they've been doing, their paths to success. They're the exact same team. Exact same team. Now, for Michigan State and Auburn. Okay, look. For Michigan State to play in this game Okay. They're going to have to sludge this thing up. I, I feel like Auburn minus 4.5 is a very public play, but I feel like it's there's a chance Auburn wins this game by 27 points. I'm not saying that they do, but I mean, you guys tell me in the chat. Like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like Auburn could do this, man. I feel like they could. Pat, how do you feel about the over under of Tennessee and Houston? Okay, that's a good question too. That total is so low. Like again, 63-62 gets you there. Houston can score. Like there's another thing too. Like this is what's crazy about Houston. They're so good that like their offense can go. They just haven't needed it. You know what I mean? Like they just haven't needed it. It would be impossible for me to play the under. And I know that sounds crazy, but that total is just so low. I mean, it would have to be 62-61, which could happen, but I mean, I don't know. You guys tell me. Like, it's just so freaking low, man. Like, it's just so low. Zach, Houston doesn't have to scratch. I know. Like, that's the crazy thing. Like, that's why I wanted to make sure, like, there's no negativity on Houston. Like, I was just giving an honest answer that Tennessee could play in this game. But, dude, like, I mean, Zach's correct. Like, Houston could win it all. Like, they're so good. Aubie says Auburn gonna destroy. See, I kind of think so too. But again, like Justin said, man, like it's hard to fade Izzo. I agree. Like that's what makes the NCAA tournament so good, man. Like it's just so hard. But I agree on Auburn. Houston obviously like that's the crazy thing is that they can. Like they just haven't even needed to. Like Pat, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Hold on. Question. Okay, but boy. All right. I gotta you watch then who's the player that steps up huge today for the player prop? Okay, so Justin probably has the correct answer. All right. It's Kai Ziegler. All right. But I'll say this too, because I think Justin's correct. Chaz Lanier. If Chaz Lanier for Tennessee goes off today, it's OV. If Chaz Lanier goes off for Tennessee today, Houston's smoked. Chaz Lanier is a version of Dalton Connect. It's not as good, not as consistent, but he has that shot. If Chaz Lanier is feeling it, it's OV. Ziegler ran it through like some. If you're looking for somebody firing threes, Chaz Lanier. Yeah, Aaron says it right here. Chaz scores 25. Ziegler has 15 to 10. That's a good breakdown for what you're looking at. If you're looking at player props for Tennessee, Chaz Lanier is your dude. Like if you're looking for somebody that's just draining left and right, Chaz Lanier. But Curtis says, yeah, play Ziegler points and assists. Like Ziegler is he's your bread and butter. He's your nuts and bolts. Lanier is the one that has a risk, but if it goes, you're making money. I hope that made sense. You know what I mean? Mill said, "Morning, morning, indeed." Gainy props could be interesting. Another great point right there for sure. Jace Rich is going to be the best player on the floor today versus Auburn. Yeah, stud. Stud indeed. Okay, let me pull the picks back up for anybody that is joining in just a touch after we started. So we took Tennessee plus 4.5 yesterday. If you can get 3.5, I'd rock it. But got that. But look again, 2-leg parlay, Auburn money line, Houston money line, plus 115. We put this in yesterday. You'll actually get better numbers today. If that's something that you're looking for. And then Major League Baseball, Phillies, Nationals over 8.5, Twins, Cardinals over 8.5, and then the Orioles and Blue Jays over 8.5. And then same thing that we've been doing. Once college baseball lines and totals start popping up, we'll have a second show. Won't be live, but I'll get to work and put in a second show, and we'll get those numbers. And we went 2-1 yesterday with a push. So for the weekend, we are 4-3. Yeah. So we're up one. If you count Thursday. There we go. Can't have nothing nice. Damn internet, always got to do something. Always got to do something. Always acting up. All right. So those are our picks for today. Press 1 in the chat if you can hear me, see me. Yeah. I think we're good. Ready to go ahead and get through one of those. Somebody hit 1 in the chat if you can hear this, see this. All right, there we go. All right, we're good. Yeah, stroke number 5. Okay. I like that one. Look, Justin said, hit the like button, bring AB back to that's the new thing. That's the new thing. All right, so let's get into Major League Baseball weather for today. So, like we said, man, the Yankees game. And look, dude, somebody asked in the chat about the new torpedo bat. I like it, dude. It's dope. It's dope for sure. Yeah. Here's the thing. Okay, so yeah. Stripes, you're talking about the Yankees torpedo bat. So the look, I am not going against that game, but the weather's completely different from what we had yesterday. It was blowing out. Now it's not 17 miles an hour, but it's about 9 to 10 miles an hour and blowing in. So be careful. You're not going to see runs like you did yesterday, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to get runs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we do. I know. Look, I've been trying to hardwire in, and is it? There we go. Got the hotspot set up. We ain't doing this. All right. So yeah. Damn internet killing me, boy. This internet is terrible. Oh, absolutely terrible. Jesus Christ. Can anybody hear me? All right, there we go. Good God. Good Lord. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. I think we're good now. If you can hear me, just hit 1. Jesus Christ. Sorry about that. Trying to be flipping crazy. All right. So Phillies Nationals. Yeah, we're going over here. This is why you see great weather. Great weather. Got wind blowing out. Should be strong, man. We're gonna take it for sure. All right. Go to Twins Cardinals. Yeah. Dude, this internet driving me flipping nuts, man. Yeah. I don't even know if the chat's live. All right. So Twins Cardinals, you see it, man. We've got excellent wind blowing in the way that we want it. There we go. DTL moves to AOL. No, Bibbo, I've got to do that, and I'm doing that today. Okay. All right. So I think we're good. Okay. So Twins. Okay. So let me go back to the first one here. Phillies Nationals. You see it. 12, 13 mile an hour winds blowing straight out. We should have an excellent day in hitting here. All right. Aaron said it's blowing out in St. Louis, but no team can hit one. I know, right? It doesn't always mean home runs, though. It's just getting, just strong hits, man. Raid the gaps. Could do it. Yeah, for sure. So, anyways, and we're not playing it just based on weather, but should be a solid day. And with the weather, with precipitation, storms in the area, when you get that shelf, that low shelf, it gives you nice humidity, and that's a big play in it too. Yeah. Cortez says Tennessee has to go bucket for bucket. Yeah, 100%. And that's a good point, and one that I wanted to make sure that was said. Like, Tennessee can win this game. I'm not saying they do, right? But like Tez is correct. Like they have to do everything correctly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Great point. Gary, big storms in St. Louis afternoon. That's like I think we get an opportunity that this could be in our favor in regards to just sweltering humidity. But if the storm doesn't go our way, like if the storm hits immediately, could be trouble. But that's fine. Like, quite honestly, you're looking at if storms get it, they postpone it, they'll probably push it, and that means you'll get a void on your bets anyway. So, yeah. It's a good bet that you've got an out, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So there we go. Okay, that is the weather. All right, I did not have a chance to do home runs today. I ran out of time, but I did you one even better. All right, OG, hey, you brought it up right there. All right, so I didn't have time to get a graphic and everything up. So how about I just give you all the data? All right, now this I know that this could be tough to read, but here we go. So this is the batter versus pitcher matchups for today across all of Major League Baseball. All right. So you see, and I categorize this as by home runs. All right. So there you go. Marcell Ozuna facing Nick Pivetta. Ozuna's had 30, plate appearances. He walked one. He's had 29 at bats essentially and hit 6 home runs off Pivetta in his career. Right. So that's kind of how you read this. Michael Massey of the Royals. Okay. Going up against Tanner Bibay. All right. 7 at bats, 2 bombs. Okay. Kyle Tucker, all right, of the Cubs, facing Eduardo Rodriguez of the Diamondbacks here. All right. Faced him 15 times, 2 bombs, 3 hits. Right. So there you go. I won't read through all of them, but I'll give that to you. And I apologize. I just did not have time to put the graphic takes a little bit. And I was just kind of running short. But yeah, definitely wasn't gonna leave you hanging. You know what I mean? Now look at Josh Bell. So okay, let me say this. There's a way to look at this, and you could have bad data on here. And what I mean by that is, let me give an example. I'll pull it back up so that you can see. Let me give an example here of, all right, Elias Diaz, all right, of the Padres, okay, facing AJ Smith-Shawver of the Braves. Now, I'm not saying this is bad data. I'm saying pay attention now here. So, yeah, he's hit a home run off of him. Faced him 3 times. He's got a hit. Like, be careful. That's not a large sample size. You know what I'm saying? So, you're a lot of times you're better off with like somebody like Ozuna, like 30 plate appearances. That's a good amount of data, right? Now, again, not saying that means Ozuna's hitting a bomb. Not saying Elias is not hitting a bomb. But, for anybody looking at this, like, if you have, a larger sample size to work with, generally you get better data. I hope that makes sense. So I didn't want it to be like, hey, all of these people are hitting a home run. Like, it doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? And you guys know that, but I just had to say it for sure. I'll say this. One thing to look at, take a look at the pitchers. It ain't good that Nick Pivetta's name is on here 17 different times. That's not good, right? So that's another way to look at it, right? Like, it doesn't always mean home runs. It could be, hey, the Braves and their players have scored runs against Nick Pivetta in their career, right? And with a lot of plate appearances, you know what I mean? So that's definitely a way to look at that one. So, yeah, hope this info helps. And it's all Swish Analytics. Want to give them much, much, much love. That website, they do a great freaking job, man. An absolute great job. Okay, so that is it. All right, so pull that down. All right, college baseball lines start to come out. So we'll get out of here. First, I appreciate all you guys. Sorry about the internet. I'm telling you, I'm working on it. Absolutely brutal. But let me get the picks up here one more time. And let's take a look here. All right. Tennessee, 4.5. Auburn money line. Houston money line plus 115. Those two we put in yesterday. But if you can get Tennessee, 3.5, solid, but it's going. Phillies Nationals over 8.5. Twins Cardinals over 8.5, and then Orioles Blue Jays over 8.5. And like I said, these are basketball and Major League Baseball. Now that college baseball lines are starting to come out, give me just a little bit, do some work, and I will put another show together. It won't be live, but I'll put it together 2 minutes, right? Of links so you can get in, see the numbers, see what we need to do, and the place to put in for today. So that is that. Now, let's see. Got to hit our stat of the day. Hey, we got another one yesterday, too. Florida, overs. 10 straight overs. Now it's 11. I should have watched party for. Dude, we could do that. Like, all right. Let me write some stuff. Like, we could do that for sure. There's a lot of places that would. Like, and if any of you want to, like jump on with me, like, I've got additional mic. This internet is going to drive me crazy. I'm so sorry, everybody. My God. All right. Yeah, Bibbo, I'm going to need you. I'm going to need you to fix all this, dude. Jesus, I'm so sorry. Okay. Let me get all this. Let me get the stat of the day. Okay. And then get the hell out of here. Quit testing. Lord Jesus of the internet. Okay. So we got Florida yesterday on the stat. Let's do it again. Houston basketball. They've hit the first half under in 6 of their last 8 games. Look at that. You know what? Tennessee is a first half under team as well. So there you go. There's your stat of the day right there. Okay. I'm not testing it any further. All right. I love all of you. I am so sorry about the internet. I promise I will absolutely get that fixed. My God, it's terrible. But you all are great. We've pushed through it. We fight through it. All right. Let's go. All right. Let me go get to work on the college baseball. Put that show up here in just a bit. But everybody, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets. I'm hoping it gets a shot clock here on the internet. All right. Have a good day. Bam. Talk to you soon. Peace. Who's got it better than us? Nobody.